Hello everyone, Coach Lockey here, PGA Golf Professional. In today's golf swing tip, we're going to be talking about how to turn your hips in your golf swings. I get so many lessons coming into the studio getting hip turn wrong, which is causing backswing issues, downswing issues, strike issues. So let's help you clean up how you're turning those hips, which is also going to help that shoulder rotation, which is going to help that club head speed, strike, to help you hit better golf shots. So before we get into it, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, hello again. Little reminder, hit that big red subscribe button for me if you are enjoying the content and the channel, and turn that bell on next to it so you get reminded of when I upload all my new videos. So what is abduction and adduction in the hip turn? The hips are able to move in three different directions basically. So you've got flexion and extension. You've got abduction and adduction, and internal rotation and external rotation. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the abduction and adduction in your hip turn. And we're going to make it super simple. We need your backswing feels of your right hip to have adduction and your left hip to have abduction. If someone doesn't make a meme of me with some music of me dancing with these moves, I don't know what you're doing with your lives. So in the backswing, I always put my club across my hips here and put my thumbs in my pockets just to get me a sort of base and a feel of what I'm trying to do. So with your club across your waist, thumbs in your pockets to stop your club disappearing from your hip so it stays on there. Get yourself in your setup and make a turn. And my turn is going to be pretty central with my iron. So I'm not sliding over to my right hand side. If you look at me sliding over to my right hand side here, I've got no abduction or adduction going on in my hip. So I've got more of a slide. When people slide in their golf swings, you see weight transfer, and generally speaking, the amateur golfer never recenters. So we need some recentering by the time we're at the top of our backswings. But when you slide with no abduction or adduction in your hips, people tend to stay there, start to come over the top of the golf ball, hit fats and thins, hit slices, all horrible shots that you don't want. So popping your club across your hips, it's so simple. Do this at home, do this at the driving range, do this before you hit a shot even. Think about a clock face. I love doing this as a clock face. Think of this as 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock is behind. I want to move my lead side, this club, this end of the club, to around 10, 11 o'clock. And look what happens with my hips. This hip tends to stretch out, and this hip tends to close in, giving me that abduction and adduction in both hips, not the slide over to the right and staying there. So I'm feeling this with my right hip in my backswing, and this with my left hip in my backswing. And it's kind of a little stretch in here, up my groin here, and you can see my right leg is straightening a little bit, my left knee is bending a little bit over towards my sort of big toe. This will really help stop that sway. It will help you stay more centered, because we don't need to be moving too much, especially with an iron. Drivers are exactly the same, because I know in the comments I'll get, is it the same with driver? Driver is exactly the same. You've got a wider base with driver, so the stretch and the feelings might feel more extreme, but it's exactly the same ideas. So there's the backswing, but now the downswing is basically the complete reverse. Your lead hip is now going this way, and your trail hip is going this way as well. So you're going to get this sort of crunching in between here in your hip, and you'll get a stretch up your groin in the right hand side. Generally speaking, most people do the downswing bit correct because of the forces and things going into that body to get that club speeding up and getting that speed. It's more the backswing that people I tend to see have trouble with. If you get this bit right in the backswing though, you're more likely to get that downswing bit right as well. So let me know in the comments down below, have you ever thought about hip turn? Have you ever thought about hip turn in this way, or do you just think, oh right, it should go this way or that way? Think about that feeling that you're getting in your legs and in your hips. It can be a total game changer, and it has been a game changer for lots of my lessons, because like I said at the start of the video, if you get this hip turn bit right, it also helps then with your upper body, your shoulder turn as well. It helps you get more width. It stops you swaying over towards the trail side too much, getting stuck here, hitting fats and thins. It can honestly transform people's speeds. It can transform their strikes and then giving them ultimately better golf shots. At home, at the range, before you even hit your shot, do a couple. Club across your waist, turn that hips back, turn that hips back to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then through to around the 2 o'clock mark here. You should feel those differences in the hip turns. Set yourself up like you're going to hit a shot and really feel like you're getting those feelings in the golf swing as well. Let me know if that helps in the comments down below. I hope it helps you transform your turns in the backswing with those hips and helps you work out how the hip turns should be happening in the golf swing. Let me know in the comments down below if that helps. And remember, if you are enjoying the content and you're getting lots out of it, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button, turn that bell on so you don't miss any of my new uploads. Thanks all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.